The in trend now in corporate and leadership is about coaching in the workplace. So, how do we go about coaching at your workplace? Hi, everyone. I am Wong. I am a HRD consultant, trainer, and writer. In this short sharing, we're going to talk about how to start a coaching initiative or effort in your organization and in your teams and for each individual in your company. Now let's talk about what is the areas that we are looking at when a client approach me to ask about complementing coaching in their HRD solutions. When we look at people development, there is always an opportunity for us to combine different methods of HRD solutions together, and in this case, most popular among clients is to marry training and coaching together. It really makes sense if you think more about it. When you do training, it is related to skills developments in your people, and it is in a classroom or it is online nowadays, which is very common. So what happened after the class? You need to transfer what they have learned to the workplace. And as you know, coaching literally means it is coaching in the workplace, and this is where you help the people to transfer what they learn in the classroom and tie it to what they are doing every day in the workplace. And that is why coaching now is catching on in many organizations, and leaders are sometimes too enthusiastic to go for coaching programs until they take it that coaching can actually replace training. Whereas in the world of HRD practitioner like myself and yourself, we do know that there is a distinction, there is a difference between coaching and training, and both serves their own purpose. Now before a client asks me, hey Wong, I want to do coaching, can you share with me a few different tips on how to start? Well, this is what I will say to them, and I'm sharing with you now in this session so that we can know where is the starting point. And also I'd like to invite you to consider several different factors that are involved before jumping into a coaching exercise. I usually talk to clients several areas that needs to be discussed about before going further. First is, I will tell the client, in your mind, when you talk about coaching in the workplace, are you talking about general understanding of coaching as a life coach, which is looking at building different life skills of an individual so that they are able to fulfill their potential in their personal space, such as self-development areas that you help to push them, like being timely and also not procrastinate? Well, these are the life skills that can transfer very well to the workplace. In the space of workplace itself, there is a very fine line to coaching as well. If you look at workplace coaching, it is more to performance coaching. And this is when the client will work with me closely on how to scope and thereafter structure and design a coaching program as a scheme. When we talk about performance coaching, is really at the point where you have coaches who are seasoned colleagues who have gone through the rank and file and know the ropes of how to be good performers, because coaches in an organization they themselves are good role models because they are excellent performers. When we look at workplace coaching, seasoned coaches are internally chosen with very strict criteria to work with their juniors or their peers or their colleagues who want to realize and achieve their potential at work. For instance, let's say, for example, you have a high potential, a good performer who wants to move ahead and just need a little push to make sure he goes beyond KPI. And there seems to be an area of development to help with the person to move further. For instance, maybe on how to talk to clients if he's in sales, or she is maybe in the lab, how to handle a team when they do technician work at the lab. These are several examples that I usually talk to the clients. And if you look at how we go beyond this, is the next question, which is about whether the whole ecosystem in the organizations is going to help in a coaching exercise. And this is where I will talk to the clients or anyone who is interested to do it in an organization-wide level, is whether the organization itself is ready to support, because you need a senior manager or the leader to sponsor the program, to become the sponsor, meaning is to advocate, to go and promote, to go and stand by the program. Because once you have a coaching scheme at the organization level, you need to make sure that it is well planned, well organized, and well run. And more importantly, you need to ensure there is top management buy-in and sustainable support later on to see through from the first step of the ideation of the coaching until when you close the program in different batches. Number one, that is, in summary, organization must be ready. And at the department level, we talk about teams. This is where you flow through the plan. The selection of coaches is the next question. And the tip is to ensure that you look for a formal or informal coaching setting. What we mean by formal is you put it in the system, you have a formal system to track of how many meetings they have. And if it's informal, it could be that you pair up different coaching teams between a senior coach and the coachee or the candidate in this case. So we have to consider whether you want to do it formally or informally. And also at organization level, what happens is tie up to department is the policies that are involved, and the practice. Is it going to be about enhancing team performance, making sure the coaching exercise of individual in the team is going towards an objective to achieve, let's say, hitting monthly targets, higher productivity level, or even error and omission of mistakes when they are doing data work. And this is where, for department level, this second level, you need to look at what are the KPIs involved and the goal for the long term, because coaching is for the long term. And at the department level, which is the level number 2 after organization, is where you will have the action of coaching being done. This is where you do hands-on from the coach to the coachee. And this is when you look at individual, what needs to be done at individual level. Usually, coaching in the workplace is to enhance the way that the individual employee or team member work. And the coach will be there to guide, hands-on, to give different directions and ideas. And do notice that we look at coaching as not as a way to sell. It is not a way to sell, or it's not a way to give directions. It's a way to guide. And this is where we need to ensure that the individual is already been trained. Because if you coach or guide an individual team member who does not have a strong skill set, a very poor base to work with, your coaching will fail. Because coaching is supplementing training. After the skills are completed in the classroom, the person is going back to the workplace, and this is where the coach comes in. And that's why coaching in the workplace is related to work performance. And in this case as well, coaches need to be subject matter experts, because they need to know what are the ins and outs of the workplace and also the work itself, in order for them to guide the different coaches more effectively. And in this case, I am going to conclude my short sharing in this video. And if you like this video, you can share with other people so that they can get the benefit of our sharing. And also, do remember, if you like what I am sharing, I can do more of this short sharing in the future on a Saturday. So I call it Short Sharing Saturday. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.